Hi, I'm Jen, and over the past year, I have been on a mission to improve every single aspect of my life. What started as a simple decision last summer to take a break from alcohol has really catapulted my self-improvement journey. I've been over a year sober. I've lost over 60 pounds naturally. I'm someone that consistently works out, lifts weights. I'm really into learning and development. I am posting on social media a lot more, growing my channel. Anything you can think of that could improve your life, I am probably actively pursuing. And something that I swear by is doing these monthly reflections where I look back on the month before. I spend a ton of time prepping for the video by writing out my thoughts, my feelings, how I did, where I fell short, to really reflect on my performance and make a plan to do even better in the month ahead. So in today's video, I'm going to be reflecting on the month of August, and let's start out with my weight loss and my workouts. I started the month of August at 157.6 and ended the month at 154.5, which is my new low weight since I've been on this journey. For reference, I was 217 pounds July of last year when I started this journey, and I'm only 5'6". I cannot believe how much weight I've lost, and it's so great to continue hitting new lows. I have a lot of people ask me what my goal weight is. For the year, I set it as 150, but I don't have an exact number overall for what I want to be. I just want to look and feel my absolute best. So I know that is still more weight to come until I get there. There are some parts of my body that I'm still working on. As far as my workouts go, I'm doing 75 hard. So I'm doing 2 45-minute workouts a day. I have been crushing my workouts, and one day last month, I almost did 10 miles. Like, I got over 22,000 steps. So that is insane. I'm getting a lot of movement in. I did have a specific August weight workout goal, which was to do 10 weight workouts. I follow Sydney Cummings workouts on YouTube. I only did 8. So I did fall short of that goal, although I'm proud of myself for still continuing to do them. Even though I fell a little short, 8 is better than none. And I've noticed such an improvement on my weightlifting journey just this year. I just started in January, and I already feel so much stronger. And I feel like I can start to notice some of the toning in like my arms and back, which has been really great to see. For my nutrition, I am currently with 75 hard, following a diet of staying under 2,000 calories a day and hitting at least 100 grams of protein every day. I use MyFitnessPal to log everything, and I also have a food scale that I really like using. I'm starting to just get very familiar with it. I do feel like I have a better understanding of foods, like when I'm making my yogurt and eyeballing things. In my head, even though I'm measuring it, I feel like I have a better understanding of where the calories will fall. And then as I'm inputting it, it's just good to kind of learn that skill and have it as something to practice. I am relying a lot on more prepackaged food. I have been eating so many Bear Bells lately, and obviously this past month, if you watch my vlogs, has been a little crazy. I feel like I've been out of my normal routine more. I had some work travel, I had a wedding, stuff like that. It can make the nutrition harder, and it's made it to where I've been relying on things that are packaged. I want to be cooking more. I want to be, eating more greens, eating more like whole foods and vegetables. So it's something I definitely want to focus on this next month. And then I want to continue focusing on hitting at least 100 grams a day, even post 75 hard as well. For my reading, I used to be someone who hated reading, and it's something I've gotten a lot more into this past year. With 75 hard, you have to read at least 10 pages a day of a nonfiction book. I finished the 5 Types of Wealth last month, and I started Ultra Processed People. Ultra Processed People is a more difficult book for me personally to read. It's just a lot more science-y than what I'm used to. I feel like I tend to go more the self-help route, which is easier for me to read and digest, whereas Ultra Processed People just requires me to be a lot more active in my reading, and I will find myself rereading things a lot just to make sure I'm truly comprehending it. But I'm very grateful that this challenge has led me to reading this book. I actually saw the book for the first time in my YouTube comments from a recommendation. So thank you to the person that left that. And if you have any recommendations, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I do look at my comments as much as I can. I already think I'm looking at food differently. I'm looking at like ingredient list a lot more and questioning why there are so many ingredients and things. And of course, I just talked about my diet component. I'm thinking more about what I'm eating and like trying to have a better diet overall. So I'm excited to continue this book. I'm excited to really continue my journey of learning more about food specifically. It's something I don't think I'm the most educated on. So I'm looking forward to just seeing where additional education will get me and how it'll continue to change my outlook on the things that I'm eating. Something else I like to reflect on is family and my social life. The reason I put this in here is because when I first started my health and wellness and self-improvement journey, I found that I was really neglecting my social connections. And I do think having a good group of friends and a good circle around you is so important to so many aspects of your life. Like, you need to have that support system. And I don't want my relationships to suffer because I'm focusing on these other things. So it's something I've added in and I'm really trying to be mindful of. I thought I did great this past month. I spent a lot of time with my family. I do spend a lot of time with my family. I go to my parents a lot. I love to stay at their house to help cut down on my work commute. I also just love seeing them and hanging out with them. I have been talking to my sister on the phone so much more lately. We've been doing a ton of calls lately. And I love it. Like, it just makes me so happy to talk to her. I have an older sister. We're less than 3 years apart, and I just love her. She's incredible. My whole family is. So the family aspect has been great. The friend component has also been really good. I've been doing more phone calls with friends, which is so nice. There's a few coworkers I feel like I've gotten a lot closer to that I'm chatting with more, which is really lovely. And then I had a friend's wedding. It's a friend from college, and we got to see a bunch of friends from college, which was so nice. It was just so great to hang out with everyone. And the wedding was in Asheville, which was a road trip for Greg and I, and we turned it into like a little date weekend. And although I was stressed coming back from the trip on like the YouTube work I had to do, I had such a lovely time. Like, it was so nice to just explore the city with Greg. We did a bunch of different coffee shops. We walked around. He did my workouts like with me. I still had to do 75 hard workouts, and we just did them together. And it was truly so nice. And I had so much fun. And these are the things that are important. So I just think if you're on your own journey, make sure you're doing a pulse check with how your relationships are, because the last thing you want to do is have those suffer. For my sobriety, I went sober July 21st of 2024. So it has been over a year now. And it just gets easier with time. It truly does. And I feel so confident and like happy about my decision to be sober, and I'm continuing to see situations that just reaffirm that. For instance, in this past month, I had a work trip. In the past, I was someone where when I was traveling alone for work, I would hit up the hotel bar, I would have wine, I would sometimes bring some wine back to my room just to decompress. And I obviously am not doing that anymore. And I feel so much better for it. Like, I'm more well rested. I feel better in the morning. I don't feel the guilt of it. And I really don't miss it. And with the wedding as well, I've been to a few weddings now since I stopped drinking. The first time I did it, I was nervous. Now I have no nerves at all. Like, I came into this past wedding not thinking about the alcohol aspect at all. Like, it's not something I miss or worry about. And there were multiple college friends there that I actually was telling, oh, I'm sober. Oh, I don't drink anymore. And everyone was just so kind and encouraging about it. And I get to remember the whole night, which is amazing. And I am usually now one of the last people standing. I'm not the last, but I'll stay way later than I would have been able to when I was drinking, because I just like was not pacing myself and didn't know how, and then would have to go early. So it has just been so good. I actually recorded last month a video talking about my sobriety journey, and I didn't love it, so I deleted all of it, and I want to be even more thoughtful and really sit down and think more about what I want to say. So if you have specific questions or anything about my sobriety, about my journey, anything like that, feel free to leave them in the comments of this video and I will try to include it in the video that I re-record of this, but it's something I want to talk about and be posting soon. As far as social media goes, I love posting on social media and I have so much fun just creating my videos, creating the community, interacting with you guys, and I love also just tracking like the metrics and the growth of it all. So as far as my growth went in the month of August, I grew by about 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is incredible. I just am blown away. And if you're a new subscriber or if you're an OG subscriber, thank you so much. Like truly, it means the world to me. If you're not subscribed, it's free, so maybe consider it. On TikTok, I grew by over 300 and I actually just hit 10K on there, so that was super exciting. And then I officially launched my Instagram and grew by almost 2,800 in my first month, which again is insane and it blows my mind. So thank you guys so much for following me. I am at the Jennifer Madison across all platforms if you want to check me out anywhere else. I really want to just continue posting more and I just love sharing this whole journey with you guys. So again, thank you. I did have 2 August social media goals. One was to launch my Instagram and post 9 times. I launched my Instagram, but I only posted 7, so I fell short there. The other was to post 15 TikToks, and I only posted 9. So fell short on both of those goals, but it's not about perfection. It is about working towards being better and posting the 9 times on TikTok and the 7 times on Instagram is better than none. As far as work goes, I do work a corporate job. I'm in sales, so a lot of my job requires me to be cold calling, emailing, just really any form of outreach to try to sell. I like it as a job. I mean, I am a people person, I would consider myself to be. I don't mind cold calling or anything, so it's a job that I thought was a good fit for me. And right now, I have a hybrid schedule working 3 days in office, 2 days at home. That was scheduled to change October 1st. It actually did get moved up. They realized October 1st was a Wednesday, so it's now moved up till September 29th. So pretty soon I'll be full-time, 5 days in office. I do live an hour and a half each way from my work, and this decision was made years ago based off me having the hybrid schedule and my husband's job. So I don't want to get into it too much, and I will share as much as I can with you guys as things kind of evolve and change. But basically, for the time being, I am going to try to make it work while I can. I do have a lot of PTO saved up, so my plan is to use that through the end of this year just to help me, kind of balance out the in-office days. And then come January 1st, my PTO renews. And because I have a work anniversary coming up, I'm actually going to get some bonus time. So all of those things should help alleviate the changes and the stress a little bit. I did have some work travel this past month, but I should be, fingers crossed, done with work travel for the year. That's always extra stressful. So I will just be glad to be back in the normal routine. And then I did get a huge deal last month. So I'm excited to get that commission check next month. It always helps when you get a nice commission check. I did have one work-related goal for the month of August, which was to do 2,000 activities. An activity is like a call, an email, a text, like that. One of those would count as an activity. Our expectation is to do 1,200. 2,000 was kind of like a big stretch. I never hit that much in a month, but because I had my event coming up, I really wanted to push myself. And I did hit it. So I'm excited about that and excited about my big deal. And hopefully I get some more deals before the end of the year. As far as decluttering goes, I feel like I've been on a decluttering journey for as long as I can remember. And for some reason, it seems to be never ending. I did have one decluttering related goal for the month of August, which was to clean out my kitchen. I did it and I'm so happy I did it. Like the number one thing I wanted to do was a kind of like coffee station refresh. I mean, it's not anything fancy. I drink Folgers coffee, but I love putting Clean Simple Eats protein powder in it. It helps me with my protein goal, and I genuinely just love their protein powders. They're so good. So I reorganized the whole kitchen and primary reason was I wanted to have all my protein powders like up above my coffee, and it just has been so nice. Like I've been using it. It's so functional. Everything feels very functional. Even putting like some of my dishware that's seasonal up higher out of the way has made that cupboard less cluttered, and it's just great. So highly recommend, if there's an area of your house you've been putting off, do it, reorganize it, declutter it. I mean, we got rid of so much stuff. I donated so much stuff from the kitchen that we just never used and we had. It's just crazy how much stuff can accumulate. So my never-ending decluttering journey gets a little bit better, but I still have so many other projects I would like to do, so many other things I would like to clean up. I already feel like it's about time for me to do another closet refresh because the way things have been fitting me so differently. So maybe that'll be coming up soon, but for now, I'm very proud with my progress there. Next, I'm going to be breaking down my August spending. This is everything that was spent on my credit card. So it doesn't include stuff like the mortgage and kind of like the house upkeep bills, if you will. It's just stuff I'm putting on my credit cards, which I pay off every month. I do organize them by category. So starting with the highest category, I have clothing. And this truly floored me. I spent $967.56 on clothing. That's a lot of money. I will say I did have an August goal specifically to buy new workout clothes because I'd been putting it off so much. I bought a lot of new workout clothes and I'm loving them. Like it makes your workouts better when you have clothes that actually fit you. I know, it's a shocker. I've also gotten quite a few new pieces just for everyday wear, just to help me feel more confident. So this is an expense I am really not that upset about. I mean, I'm a little shocked by how high it was, but I think it's necessary, and I do think there's going to be some more clothing expenses in my future. My next highest category is gas. I spent $170.86 on gas. I did a lot of driving this month, and of course drove down to North Carolina for work, so just a little bit higher this month than it has been in recent months. Following that, I have groceries at $139.58. This is low. Greg and I both just buy groceries. We don't like nickel and dime each other and ask the other person to send money. I definitely spent way less on groceries this month than he did. Feel like things were crazy and he was doing a lot more of the grocery runs and stuff. So it just ended up that he was paying for a lot more this month. So lower than usual. I would say between the two of us, we're probably spending like $600-ish on groceries a month. So not terrible there. My next highest category is a car service, which was $136.45. And this was just something that needed done in my car, like one of my filters needed cleaned or something. Next, I have our accountant, which is $95 a month. We just got an accountant because things are just getting so complex with like the money situation, since I am making some money from social media. So we just don't want to mess anything up. Better safe than sorry. So we got an accountant just to help make sure everything is being done correctly. Next, I have subscriptions and storage at $54.40. This includes Adobe Premium, which I use to make my thumbnails, YouTube Premium because I watch a lot of YouTube, so I love YouTube Premium. I highly recommend, if you guys are like big YouTube watchers, maybe checking it out. I also have some paid for apps like the 75 Hard app and MyFitnessPal, and then I pay extra for Apple storage. After that, I have restaurants at $51.02. Again, I go to restaurants more, but usually it's like Greg is the one paying, so my expense is always pretty low there. And then the final category I have is coffee at $31.36. I love coffee. I'm a huge coffee drinker, and sometimes I just don't want to have at-home coffee. I want to have Starbucks, and I love their cold brew. So I just, have to buy coffee out sometimes. And that brings my grand total for the month of August of $1,646.23. That's a lot of money. It's not usually this high. This was an extra high month because of the clothing. feel like my clothing's been really high this whole year. I'm just like constantly spending money on clothing, and it's something that I'm hoping once I really like get to my goal weight and am a good spot that I'm comfortable with, I'm hoping that it's not going to continue being this high. So let's go through these 6 goals I've set for the month of September. I always like to choose 6 additional goals that I focus on for the month on top of all of the habits I'm trying to develop and improve upon. These are things I want to focus on even more to really try to move the needle in specific areas. Regarding my workouts, I have 2 specific workout goals. One is to do 10 weightlifting workouts. I've made this goal the last 3 or 4 months. Usually I hit it. Last month I didn't, but I think it's the perfect number that really pushes me to continue just lifting weights, getting stronger, and focusing on both a balance between pushing myself, but also giving my body some time to recover. I think 10's a really good amount. The next goal I have that's related to my workouts is to do 5 30-minute runs. I did a few runs last month and I felt amazing. I will say 45 minutes is a little bit tough. I felt good during my runs, and it's something I want to continue working on, and it's something I want to improve my endurance on. So I'm making it a specific goal. My next goal is to post my sobriety journey video. As I mentioned, I'd recorded one, didn't love it, so I want to re-record it, and I want to just make a goal to get that posted. I don't know if a lot of people will necessarily be interested in it, but I think it'll be something that is a helpful resource. And I found myself watching videos and looking to see other people's journey when I was at the beginning of mine. So I really want to be there as a way to help others that might be considering giving up alcohol and wondering what it's like. My next goal is to post 4 members only shorts this month, and then also to update the members only emojis I have. I do have channel memberships. There's 2 tiers. One that is at a lower price point that gives you some custom emojis, some badges, and early access to videos. And then the higher tier gives you all those things, plus it has some members only posts and videos as well. If you're interested, there's a button down below that you can kind of explore the channel memberships, but no pressure at all. If you're just subscribed or watching the videos, that also means the world to me. Goal number 5 is to hit 1,500 activities at work. Again, this will push me past what just the expectation is, but I thought 2,000 was a little bit high, so I'm making it a little bit lower so that I'm still, doing those good activities and hopefully getting some more deals before the end of the year. Like, that's my top goal right now. I'd love to get a few extra ones in before January. And then finally, I set a goal to buy new workout shoes. I have been considering buying new workout shoes for a while, so I just need to set a goal so I actually do it. I keep going back and forth on what shoes I want to get. I'm leaning towards getting the Hoka shoes, but I don't know. So let me know if you like them or if you don't, or if there's another shoe you would recommend. All I know is I'm desperately in need of new, better workout shoes. Well, there you have it. That is my August reflection, my plan for the month of September. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you're still watching, you're a real one. I'm so excited for the month ahead. I can't wait to share more about what I'm doing, what my life looks like post 75 hard, and what other habits and challenges I'm going to be trying next. If you want to follow along with my journey, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every single Monday at noon Eastern time, and I do typically post a few additional videos like this throughout the month as well. So hit subscribe if you don't want to miss any of those. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram as well, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.